Today we'll be ranking cartoon characters on their survival chances in these respected horror movies. Here's how the rankings work. I'm also going to keep 3 characters a mystery, so stay till the end. The Mystery Gang, comprised of their lead detective, Fred Jones, Daphne, the danger-prone character who has no idea how to defend herself, Velma, who's a very intelligent analyst, but loses her glasses way too much. You of course have Shaggy, who is only motivated by food, Bro is not trying to solve any mysteries, and finally you have Scooby-Doo, who's a talking dog. We're dropping the Mystery Gang into Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And what do you know, the Mystery Gang of course travels in their mystery van. What is the intro of Texas Chainsaw Massacre? It's about a group of friends who go on a road trip, who end up picking up a hitchhiker, end up going to Leatherface's house, and never to be seen again. Now this sounds like something the Mystery Gang would get themselves into, and I can already hear it now. Zoink, Scoob, what are we gonna do? Now we're gonna pick off these characters one by one, determined by me who the weakest link is. Now in my opinion, the weakest link is Velma. Now she not only loses her glasses all the time, she's a massive smartass. You know what happens to people like that in horror movies? They die. I can see it now. I will paint the scene for you. Velma loses her glasses. She's searching around on all fours. All of a sudden, she hears a chainsaw. Now, the only reason I didn't put Daphne as the weakest link is because she's always with Fred. Now, he'll try to defend Daphne till the day he dies. But Bro is getting packed up. And then, of course, the last 2 links you have is Shaggy and Scooby, who, granted, if there is a sandwich at the end, they honestly have a chance. Shaggy's got that more or less super speed that he runs with, and Scooby seems to have the same abilities as Shaggy. Now, look, I know a lot of you are going to type in the comment section, Chris, what if they were stuck in the basement? That's where I'm going. Now, if this group was somehow captured by the cannibalistic family and put into the cellar, would they be able to escape? I'm going to give them a 100% survival rate. If they have the chance to escape, obviously Shaggy and Scooby aren't going to be much help, but between Velma, Daphne, and Freddy, they're going to be able to pick those locks and get out. Now 5-on-1, those 5 versus Leatherface, oh, they're cooked. But if we're talking about terms of escaping, I think the Mystery Gang's got a chance. That's exactly why I'm putting it in 50-50. I think 50-50 is pretty fair, especially if we're talking terms of escaping. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Now, as you know, Alvin and the Chipmunks is a group of chipmunks that sing. Now, of course, I had to be a little foul here, and I had to drop Alvin and the Chipmunks into a quiet place. Now, you have Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Simon's the smartass of the group, so I think he would be able to figure out, hey, we can't talk pretty fast. We then got to talk about Theodore, who, like Shaggy and Scooby, Bro loves to eat. I don't think he's going to be much of a problem. And then, of course, you have Alvin, the loudmouth of the group. Now, the main problem isn't Simon or Theodore. It's for sure Alvin. Now, the one key savior for the Chipmunks is the fact that they're so small. Now, the creatures inside of a quiet place for sure could pack them up easy. Theodore and Alvin end up listening to Simon, like, yo, look, we gotta hide out in some trees for a little while. We cannot talk, we gotta stay quiet. No more singing. I'm gonna be honest, I think the Chipmunks are good. And with that, I know I gotta put them in LOL, you're mad. Because I know a lot of you are thinking, hey, Chris, how is Alvin and the Chipmunks going to survive a quiet place? Well, I just told you. They're small. If they listen to Simon, who's extremely intelligent, they're good. They can hide in trees. I'm pretty sure Chipmunks can swim too, which means they completely avoid the monsters inside of a quiet place anyway. So if you really want to think about it, all they have to do is jump in the water and sing. They'll not only piss the creatures off, but they'll still survive. The SpongeBob universe in Saw. Now, y'all know I had to do this. I had to drop the whole entire SpongeBob universe into Saw. But we're going to be basing it on one Saw trap and one Saw trap only. The reverse bear trap. Because not only do you have a certain amount of time to get the thing off your head, you also have to kill someone who's paralyzed in the same breath. Now, we're going to start with the lesser of all evils, Sandy Cheeks. There is no humanly possible way she's killing anyone. We all know that for a fact. So I'm writing Sandy Cheeks off as dead already. We then got to go to Mr. Krabs. Well, I'm going to be honest, Bro loves money. How is he going to make more money if he's dead? He is 100% surviving the reverse bear trap. He is killing that person to save himself. Y'all already know Plankton is doing anything for anything. Honestly, I don't even think the reverse bear trap is fitting on Plankton, and I don't think John Kramer could even create a reverse bear trap small enough for Plankton. But Bro's surviving no problem. We then have the main 3 characters, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. Squidward for sure is letting the reverse bear trap kill him. Bro doesn't like life anyway. He would think of it as something fun. He would actually invite John Kramer in and say, yes, please put me in this trap. We then have to talk about everyone's favorite dumbass, Patrick.
Well, I don't know, Patrick. What are we gonna do? SpongeBob, I'm stuck in here. What am I gonna do?
There's no way Patrick can actually comprehend what he has to do. He can see a video of something happening, and he's still gonna die. Patrick has to be one of the dumbest characters we've ever seen. He does have sparks of intelligence, but Bro is just dumb. And then, of course, you have SpongeBob. And just like Sandy, I don't think there's any way SpongeBob actually kills someone to have himself survive. Now, we have also seen SpongeBob cut up into a million pieces, and Bro's okay. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna type in the comment section, Chris, what about that episode where they go back into the past, and they're all like Tarzan-y characters? Now, that's a completely different story. Those characters are 100% surviving Saw. But if we're just talking general knowledge SpongeBob and dropping them into the Saw universe, I'm gonna have to put it in not a chance. So if you want a part 2, drop a like and comment that down below. You then have to talk about everyone's favorite spinach-eating, ship-sailing, massive forearm character known as Popeye. And of course, you already know I had to drop Popeye in Halloween. So we got Popeye versus Michael Myers. Michael Myers, the more or less undead superhuman, but technically he's not undead. Technically, he's not immortal either. Not like Jason. But he can take a lot of damage and he's extremely powerful, as we all know. Now, Popeye, on the other hand, when he squeezes his can and eats that spinach, bro gets tough. And then he hits somebody with one of those wombo combos where he whaps open his arm. Now, in all actuality, what is that going to do to Michael Myers? We've seen him shot, stabbed, it doesn't matter. I personally don't think Popeye has any bit of a chance to do any actual damage to Michael Myers. Now look, if we drop the Powerpuff Girls inside of Halloween, that's a completely different story. They have superpowers. We're talking Popeye. Bro's only strong because he eats spinach. All Michael's gotta do is cut that can open and eat the spinach himself. But with now everybody knowing that Popeye is 100% not surviving Halloween, we're putting him in not a chance. Like I said, bro is really strong. And as soon as he eats that spinach, bro's power level hits 9,000. But that 9,000 power level does not matter against an undead Michael Myers. And for the grand finale, we have Phineas and Ferb dropped into the Terrifier universe. Now, as we know, Art the Clown is a terrifying undead demon who happens to be a clown. His favorite hobbies are killing, torturing, and laughing. Bro has a lot of fun. But if you were to take Phineas and Ferb and drop them inside of the Terrifier universe, how long would they survive? Or is it even a possibility that they could? Now, we've seen Phineas and Ferb do some of the craziest things humanly possible, like build a roller coaster to the moon in one afternoon. Now, if we're giving Phineas and Ferb prep time, which is very important for a lot of these characters if they are allowed prep time, Phineas and Ferb are some of the smartest cartoon characters we have ever seen. So Phineas and Ferb with prep time, Art the Clown might have a little bit of an issue. Now, as you saw in Terrifier 3, Sienna did not have much prep time, but was still able to more or less defeat Art the Clown and Victoria with slight ease. Now, yes, everyone in her family died and was killed by those two, but technically, she won that fight. So if we're able to give Phineas and Ferb prep time inside of the Terrifier-verse, what does that look like? Phineas and Ferb are asleep. Art the Clown comes inside of their house, kind of like he did in the intro of Terrifier 3. Acts the sister, the mom, and the dad up all at once. They both then wake up. Art the Clown then mysteriously disappears. You don't think those two are gonna somehow figure out a way to either kill Art the Clown or get rid of him altogether? Like putting him in a safe and then dropping him in the middle of the ocean? Like I said, Phineas and Ferb with prep time is very scary. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna comment down below, Chris, what are you talking about? It's Art the Clown. Yes, I understand that. Art the Clown is a sadistic killer. Phineas and Ferb with prep time are built different. But now we gotta talk about the caveat. Chris, what if they don't have prep time? What if Art the Clown just walks into their house and starts killing people? I would say 9 times out of 10, those two are absolutely cooked. They're not going to fight you one-on-one combat. They're going to build something and find a way to get you out of there faster. Like I said, if Phineas and Ferb did have prep time, they would build something where they would trap Art the Clown in where he would never escape. They're not killers. They're geniuses. So that's why I know a lot of you are going to be mad when I put them in LOL you mad. Because those two don't even have to fight Art the Clown. They can just outsmart him and call it a day. But hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video, and if you did, don't forget to smack a like on it. That'd be greatly appreciated. Comment down below what else you guys want to see on the channel. I thought this idea was absolutely hysterical, so if you guys want to see other versions of this, comment down below what you do want to see, because this was a ton of fun. Dropping some cartoon characters inside of horror movie scenarios or horror movies in general, this was a ton of fun. And also comment down below what characters I should do next. With all of that being said, guys, my name is Chris, and of course, I will catch you guys on the next one.